I've been asked a few times what we do to handle our fresh water coming into the coach while we're traveling around the country. Today happens to be water filter changing day, so I thought I'd share some of that with you in a short video. Let's just start right here at the spigot. So we always hook up our water pressure regulator. From there we go into a Y. This hose here is what we use for flushing out our black tank and our gray tank. This hose here runs over to our first batch of filters. So let's turn the water off and start changing. Alright, here are two replacement filters. So I replaced these with a 5 micron filter and a 0.5 micron filter. Of course, we're going to run it through our 5 micron filter first. That gets rid of all the larger content. And then we're going to run it through our 0.5 micron filter second, which will get rid of all the fine particles in the water. Alright, now I'm going to run water through these filters a few minutes and wash away any of the impurities that may have came with these filters, and then we're going to hook up our water hose again. Alright, now let's turn the water back on, check for any leaks. Oh, there's a leak right there. And no leaks there, so we're all good. Now we can move on to the next filter. Man, I can't believe I did this. I didn't plan this out well at all. I went to my next set of filters to change out the charcoal filter. I don't have a charcoal filter on hand. Now I have to jump on Amazon, quick like order one, have it here in a couple days, and I'll change out that doggone charcoal filter. But I'll show you which one I'm going to change out in just a minute. Alright, so from those two filters it goes up into the coach, and here are my extra replacement filters for those two. But doggone, I don't have a charcoal filter, and the charcoal filter is right here. So this is the next line of defense right there, and that's the charcoal filter. So when I get that from Amazon, I'll be switching that out. And by the magic of Amazon, we now have our new filters. Alright, maybe it wasn't real magic, but regardless, I ordered in 4 new filters, charcoal filters from Amazon. Now I have enough to last us for a while, and we can get that changed out. So I don't buy a particular brand from Amazon. I do try to find a name that I've seen before. I try to read the reviews, make sure they have a good reputation, and I make sure that a lot of people have bought these, and that's just my best indicator. And I try to find a good deal. Alright, I turn the water back on, we make sure there's no leaks, and then we'll move on from there. Alright, then from our charcoal filter, we go to a whole house water softening system, which is just like you would find in any residential home around the country. We have a brine tank here that we use salt in. Then we have our resin tank here, and we have an automated head. and this head is made by Fleck. The way I have it set up right now is that once this system runs through 400 gallons of water at 2 o'clock in the morning, the system will kick in. It'll draw a brine from this tank. It'll come through, it'll clean the resin bed in this resin tank, and it'll do a backflow, and everything that's used water-wise during that regen system goes into our gray tank. I do have a valve back here that I can turn if I want to have it do that regen and run the water out on the ground, but I've never done that. So, and this is an automated head, so I don't have to mess with it at all. And as you can see right there, it shows 256 gallons. Well, right now where we're at, we have this set that at every 400 gallons, it will do the regen at 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning, because I know neither one of us is going to be up using water at 2 o'clock in the morning, so it doesn't interfere with anything like showers or doing dishes. So that's why I have it set at 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, when we travel around the country, I can leave it set at 400 gallons, that's fine. Or I can come up here and it shows that there's 0 water being used right now. It shows the time of day, and it shows that in 256 gallons, as soon as it hits 256 more gallons, at 2 o'clock the next morning, it will do the regen. Now, if we go somewhere in the country that has harder water, I can adjust that. See there, I moved it down to 216 gallons. So we go somewhere like Arizona where we spend the winters, I change the setting so that this does its regen at 2 o'clock in the morning every 200 gallons that run through the system. Because the water is so hard down in Arizona, if I waited every 400 gallons, we would have soft water, and then we would have hard water. 200 gallons is about right. Now also, every bit of water that goes into our coach, whether it goes to the faucets inside, or the shower, or dishwasher, or anything, all goes through this same system. Even if we fill the freshwater tank, everything will go through this system. So even the water we put in the freshwater tank to go boondocking will run through all the filter system and the water softener. So there's the basics on that. Now we have one more line of defense that we use inside the coach for our freshwater. I'll go show you that now. And here we go. Our last line of defense is our Berkey water filter. So after everything goes through all the filter system we showed you outside and the water softener, anything that we use for drinking or cooking, we run through our Berkey water filter. We picked up our Berkey water filter in July of 2019. At the time of this video, it's July of 2023, so we've had it for 4 years, and we couldn't be more happy with it. Every bit of water we use for cooking or drinking, coffee, anything like that, everything goes through that Berkey water filter after it goes through everything we've showed you before in this video, and we're very happy with it. It just might be the very best purchase we ever made when we hit the road traveling the country, because now we know what kind of water we're drinking. Good quality water. Alright, hey, if you enjoyed this video at all, how about a thumbs up? Consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Leave us a comment. Do you use a water filter system very similar to what we use in our coach? Let us know. As always, have a great day. We'll see you in the next video.